This is the football field by the power station. In the bustling town of Shantipur, life seemed ordinary on the surface, crowded streets, buzzing markets, and children playing cricket in dusty lanes. Yet, just beyond the main road stood an abandoned power station, its rusted gates forever half open. Next to it lay a football field, overgrown with weeds, but still oddly well lit at night. Locals avoided the place after dark, whispering about strange lights and phantom laughter. For Manoj and Tara, a young married couple who had moved to Shantipur for work, the field was just a shortcut on their daily route home. They didn't believe in ghost stories, at least, not yet. One humid evening, as monsoon clouds gathered, Manoj pedaled his old bicycle, with Tara sitting on the back seat. They laughed about the day's troubles, their voices mixing with the distant hum of the power lines. As they approached the football field, Tara frowned. The floodlights were on, flooding the grass with a pale, artificial glow. "Strange," she muttered. "Is there a match tonight?" Manoj slowed the bicycle, uneasy. The field was empty, no players, no children, no voices, only the steady buzzing of electricity. "Don't look inside," Manoj whispered suddenly, his tone sharp, as if guided by instinct. "Don't look inside," Manoj whispered suddenly, his tone sharp, as if guided by instinct. But curiosity betrayed Tara. She turned her head slightly and froze. On the field stood figures, dozens of them, their bodies twisted, some missing arms, some missing heads. A few hung from the goalpost like broken dolls. Their laughter echoed, hollow and chilling, mixed with the drip of unseen blood soaking the soil. Tara clutched Manoj's shirt. "Drive," she gasped. Manoj didn't need another word. He spun the bicycle around, pedaling furiously as the sound of laughter followed them down the road. They didn't stop until they reached their small rented house. Both collapsed onto the bed, hearts pounding. Neither spoke for a long time. Finally, Tara whispered, "What was that?" Manoj stared at the ceiling. His voice was low, almost broken. "They say, those are the souls of the workers who died in the power station accident." Outside, thunder cracked, and the lights flickered. It was only the beginning. The next morning, Tara woke up with a heavy feeling. Her dreams had been full of the football field, twisted figures, hollow laughter, and the flicker of the floodlights. Manoj sat silently at the table, sipping his tea. His eyes were bloodshot, as if he hadn't slept. "We can't take that road again," Tara said firmly. "Something is wrong with that place." Manoj nodded. "The villagers told me once. Years ago, dozens of workers died when the power station exploded. Their bodies were never properly buried. Some say their souls wander the field at night." Tara shivered. "Then why are the lights always on?" Manoj hesitated, then lowered his voice. "Because no one controls them. The power station has been shut for years, but every night, like clockwork, the lights turn on by themselves." That evening, against Tara's protests, Manoj decided to go to the local tea shop and ask around. The old tea seller, his wrinkled face shadowed by the dim lantern, leaned forward when Manoj asked about the field. "Don't go there after dark," the man whispered. "I lost my cousin in that explosion. He was only 22. Sometimes, I hear his voice when the wind blows from that direction." Others at the shop shifted uneasily. One man spat on the ground. "Those ghosts are angry. They died working for nothing, building power for the rich. Now they punish anyone who dares to walk their field." Manoj returned home with his mind heavy. That night, he and Tara avoided the shortcut and walked the longer road. But even there, strange things happened. They heard footsteps behind them, though no one was there. A cold breeze brushed Tara's neck, though the air was still. At the corner near the banyan tree, Tara stopped suddenly. In the shadows, she saw a figure, a young man in torn overalls, his face burnt, his eyes hollow. He raised a hand, as if reaching out for help. Then, in an instant, he vanished. Tara screamed, and Manoj pulled her away, almost dragging her until they reached home. That night, neither could sleep. Every time Tara closed her eyes, she saw the burnt face staring back at her. Manoj finally whispered, his voice trembling, "If the ghosts want something, maybe we need to find out what it is." For the next few nights, Manoj and Tara tried everything to avoid the field. They took longer routes, left work early, even prayed at the small shrine near their house. But the haunting followed them home. It began with whispers. At first, faint and almost like the wind. But soon, the voices grew clearer. Tara heard her name being called in the dead of night. "Tara, help us." She sat up in bed, trembling, staring at the dark corners of the room. But no one was there. Manyoj, too, was plagued by visions. While shaving one morning, he looked into the mirror and for a second, his reflection wasn't his own. A burnt face, hollow eyes, stared back at him. He dropped the razor, cutting his chin. Blood trickled down, but he didn't even feel the pain. That evening, Tara lit incense and prayed. "What do you want from us?" she whispered. A sudden gust of wind blew out the flame. In the smoke, letters began to form, crude, shaky, but visible. "Justice," Tara gasped. Manyoj clenched his fists. "They don't just want peace. They want the truth to be known." The next day, Manyoj sought out an old retired engineer who once worked at the power station. The man lived on the edge of the village, half forgotten by society. At first, the old man refused to speak. His hands shook as he poured tea. But when Manyoj begged, he finally confessed. "It wasn't an accident," the man said, eyes brimming with guilt. "The company cut corners. They ignored safety warnings. When the station overheated, they locked the gates to hide the problem. The workers inside burned alive." Tara covered her mouth, horrified. Manyoj felt his stomach twist. "Their spirits won't rest until the truth is spoken," the old man continued. "But anyone who tries to expose it is cursed." That night, as the couple returned home, they found their door ajar. Inside, their belongings were scattered. On the wall, written in black soot, was a single word: "Tell." Tara burst into tears. "They won't leave us alone, Manyoj. Not until we do something." Manyoj took her hand, his face pale but resolute. "Then we will. We'll tell the world what happened here, no matter the cost." The following days were heavy with dread. Manyoj and Tara knew what had to be done, but fear gnawed at them. If the company had silenced the truth once, what would they do now? At night, the whispers grew louder. Sometimes Manyoj woke to see dozens of burnt figures standing silently at the foot of their bed, watching. They were waiting. Finally, Manyoj went to the district newspaper. With trembling hands, he handed over the testimony of the old engineer, the history of the accident, and the word written on his wall: "Tell." The editor, skeptical at first, began to investigate. Soon, records were uncovered, warnings ignored, safety reports hidden, signatures of corruption. The truth spread like wildfire. Protests erupted. Families of the dead workers demanded justice. That night, when Manyoj and Tara returned home, they braced for another haunting. But for the first time, the house was quiet. Tara lit a candle. The flame burned steady. No whispers, no shadows. Manyoj stepped outside, looking toward the football field. The floodlights were on as always, but something had changed. Instead of twisted, broken figures, he saw them standing tall, the workers, whole and unscarred, lined up like a team ready for their final match. One of them, the young man Tara had seen before, raised a hand in silent gratitude. Then, one by one, they faded into the night air. The floodlights flickered and went dark. For the first time in years, the field lay in darkness. Tara clutched Manyoj's arm. "They're free." Manyoj exhaled, tears in his eyes. "No, they are finally home." From that night onward, no strange lights appeared at the football field. The villagers began to walk past it again, though always with respect, whispering prayers for the souls who had suffered. And for Manyoj and Tara, life slowly returned to normal. Yet, every time they passed the now dark field, they remembered the price of silence and the power of truth. The legend of the football field by the power station lived on, not as a ghost story to frighten children, but as a reminder: the dead still demand justice. Thank you for watching tonight's story, The Football Field by the Power Station. If it chilled your spine, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel for more haunting tales. Stay tuned for Story 3, and prepare yourself for another night of terror.